Hi, Nick.
Oh, hello, Dave. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to
How
meet
are
you
you,
too.
York?
Good, and you?
Yes, I'm very good. I'm sorry about the power cut. I'm sure it's a small bump in the road. It's not a problem. I'm happy to continue.
Yes, please.
Great. Okay, so welcome everybody. Thank you to everybody who's online today and watching. My name is Nick Miller, and I work with the University of West London. So what I would like to do is just go through a presentation for you to introduce our university first of all. At the end of the presentation, I'll show you a short video to give you an insight to what our university looks like from the inside. And then following that, I will be happy to open the floor to some questions, and I'll do my best to give you any answers or advice, support, whatever you need. But thank you again for SI UK for the opportunity, and I'll begin the presentation by sharing my screen right now. Okay, so University of West London. We describe ourselves as being the career university. So that means we're very focused on providing courses which are relevant for the job market. And we are very keen to prepare our students for their future careers and give them qualifications and experiences that are relevant to the workplace, to make them more marketable in their career. So University of West London, we are located very close to Heathrow Airport. If any of you have ever traveled to the UK before, I'm sure you're familiar with Heathrow, which is the main gateway to London and the UK. So we're only about 20 minutes by tube or taxi. So it's very convenient to get to when you arrive in the UK to begin your studies. And we're approximately 30 minutes from the centre of London. And we're very well linked in terms of tube lines and overground railway services to different parts of London. The beauty about being just slightly outside the centre is it's a more residential area, so it's very safe, very easy and convenient to walk around. There are plenty of shops and restaurants, bars, amenities. So you've got all the benefits of living in a big city, but it's a more relaxed pace and a more convenient environment to live and study. So we have two campuses at University of West London, two main campuses. So we have one in Ealing. So we're very close to South Ealing Tube Station, which is on the Piccadilly line and very close to Ealing Broadway. And then we have another campus at Brentford. Brentford is quite an industrial area. There are a lot of major global companies that are located there. So our building there is more like a skyscraper. So all of the courses that we deliver are spread over the two campuses. So students inevitably may have to travel between each campus, but it's very convenient to do so. We have our own shuttle bus service, which takes about 15 minutes, and it's used exclusively by our students. And it's free to hop on and hop off whenever you need to travel between the two sites. So this is what the main campus in Ealing looks like. It was originally a school back in the 1800s called the Lady Byron School. Over the years, it's evolved and become Ealing College of Arts. It was renamed Thames Valley University in the 1990s up until the 2000s. And then we've been known as University of West London for approximately 6 or 7 years. So this is the other building that I mentioned at Brentford. It's called Paragon House. It's a 10-story building, and we're surrounded by lots of global companies. So we have Sky Television headquarters, the headquarters of Diageo. In fact, you find that a lot of the top 300 companies are within like a 15-minute walk, like the UK headquarters of the top companies in the world. Inside the Ealing campus, it's a very modern building with clean lines, very comfortable and relaxing environment, very high ceilings. There you can see is the Paul Hamlin Library. So the library is over 3 floors. It's very convenient, and the facilities are extremely modern. We invested over £150 million in the campus, and you can see it when you walk in there. It's very impressive. So I want to give you some interesting facts and achievements about University of West London to give you a bit more background. So recently this year, we were voted the #1 university in all of the UK for student satisfaction. So as the Times newspaper put it this weekend in the last issue of the University of the Year rankings, we are home to the nation's most contented students. So our students are very, very happy with the rankings. This year, we're number 40 in the UK. Last year, I believe we were around 55. So we've definitely made some huge improvements. We're definitely a university on the move. This weekend, The Guardian newspaper, which is another important ranking, will release the rank, and we are tipped to be within the 20s. So we don't know for sure until it's published on Saturday. But last year we were ranked 35 in the UK. As we're the career university, we have a fantastic record for graduate recruitment. You know, we've got a really good support team to help students find work during their studies, but also preparing them for when they graduate. And as you probably might know, if you come and study in the UK, after you've graduated, you're allowed to stay for 2 years to work and gain some experience. And we have very close links to industry, and we have a lot of academic staff with contacts and experience within their specific areas, and so they can introduce students to potential employers. Being London, most of the work opportunities in the UK are available there. We're also an aspiring university for research. We're currently inside the top 100 universities for research, but our plan, our goal for the next 5 years is to get within the top 70 for academic research in their research excellence framework. So at the university, we've got about 11,000 students joining us this year. So it's looking really busy there at the moment. When I was in earlier this week, of the 11,000 students, I would say 14% are international. It's quite hard to tell because our student body are so multicultural, international. They might be British, UK home students, but they could be from every corner of the world. The reason is because West London is probably the most diverse part of London, if not the UK. 60% of our students are female, which might be reflected in some of the academic subjects that we offer. And as I mentioned, we're very diverse. So 60% of our students are from different ethnic minorities and different cultural backgrounds. So what that means, it just adds to the experience of being in the classroom, in the lecture theatre. If you're discussing a particular topic and having a debate, your co-students, you're coming at those discussions from a completely different perspectives, and it just makes discussion a little bit more interesting in the classroom. Our business school, the Claude Littner Business School, won Business School of the Year in 2019. We have the best students union in London. We have something called the Westmont Enterprise Hub. Because we're located in the heart of the business community, our enterprise hub is there really to nurture, to incubate startup businesses that are originated by our students, but also by our local community. And we have a really experienced team who are supporting businesses and coming up with new concepts and ideas, which I can talk about later. The name of the business school, Claude Littner, is named after a business advisor to Alan Sugar, who is a prominent businessman who presents BBC television series, The Apprentice. I'm sure you have your own version of it in Thailand. So our alumni, so we've got some quite famous names who have attended University of West London over the years. Probably the most famous is Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen. He was a student with us back in the late 60s. And we have our current Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, MP, who's currently within our government. He was a student with us in the 1990s, but we've got lots of figures from particularly culinary arts, hospitality management field where we're strong, and also music, which is one of our strongest faculties. So I've talked about the two main campuses. In addition, we are a growing university, so we're acquiring new buildings all the time. So we have a studio for drama across the road. We work closely with Ealing Film Studios across the road. We have a nursing school in Reading, which is in the county next to London. And we've recently acquired Ruskin College in Oxford, which is a very famous college supporting working people, which has a fantastic history if you ever read about it online. And there we're going to be launching some social science courses. So our Students' Union, I mentioned it's the best in London. At the center of this is Freddy's Bar, which is our kind of entertainment venue. And we have various social groups, societies, sports clubs available. So we have our own sports center with gym where you can participate in various classes. We have two spaces where you can practice things like boxing, keep fit, aerobics, etc. We have weight training. We have a wide range of societies, drama groups. One of the most interesting ones is the Garlic Bread Society. So we have students who go to local restaurants in the London area and collect samples of garlic bread, and they sit down, taste the garlic bread, discuss the garlic bread, grade it, and write reviews about the garlic bread. It's kind of a fun, whimsical thing that has been going on for some years. So you're welcome to join one of these societies, or perhaps you could create one of your own. So if you were to study with us, there's lots of study options available at University of West London. I don't want to focus on too many, but I want to really focus on the key ones which make us unique. So to begin with, I'll talk about our College of Music. So if you were to take piano or violin exams, you might be familiar with the London College of Music exam board. So this is encompassed within University of London. It's been around for over 100 years, and it's just an examination board for performing a musical instrument. And it's made us quite famous around the world for music. So for example, we don't really have many Chinese students at our school at the moment. But I would say 99% of Chinese students coming to the UK, to our University of West London, are coming specifically for music-related courses purely because of the notoriety of the London College of Music exam board. So within music, we're offering performance, but also music production, music management. We have our own record label. So it's also about event management as well as performance. And we have the venues and facilities to underpin all that. The other area that we're very strong on that I'd like to mention is law and criminality, criminology. This summer, the university has been extremely busy because we've been doing training for the Metropolitan Police, which is the main police force here in London. So we're very strong on areas like psychology, criminal psychology, forensic sciences, and law, criminal law. So it's quite a niche area that we have strength in if you're interested. The other area that we're very strong on is hospitality and tourism. And because we're close to Heathrow Airport, we have very strong links there. So we even have a Heathrow Airport museum at the university. We have flight simulators, we do pilot training, airport management courses. And we have lots of like food science related courses. And then we have a very, very strong faculty for nursing, midwifery and healthcare. I'll talk about those in a minute. And I've already mentioned the business. So our business hub, just to give you an idea of some of the projects they're working on, they collaborate with other departments. So one of the departments that they work closely with is our hospitality management. So we have a food innovation center where we develop new food products and we launch these products in the marketplace. We develop them at the enterprise hub and then launch them. So to give you a couple of examples of products, so I know in Thailand, eating crickets is very common. I've been to Thailand myself and tried crickets and they're actually not too bad. We've developed crickets which are coated like with piri-piri, spicy flavored sauce, and we've packaged these up, done the market research and launched them in a UK supermarket called Sainsbury's. And another product that we're working on at the moment is bread made from eggshells. So when you crack an egg and you have a nice omelette, often we just throw away the eggshell, but the eggshell is actually full of nutrients and minerals, calcium. So we've managed to develop a technique to turn eggshells into a material which is very similar to bread, very healthy and very eco-friendly. And the healthcare, midwifery, nursing school is a fantastic facility. They've got state-of-the-art equipment there. They've got simulation room set up with a UK ambulance, so all the staff and can train the students on a real-life accident and emergency situation equipped inside a real-life ambulance as you would find in the UK. We have lots of AI dummies that can deliver babies every 15 minutes. We bring over some of our drama students to reenact accident and emergency situations so that we can test the skills of our healthcare workers and staff and students. It's a terrific department and we're well known for training nurses and midwives. And we're launching an MSc in nursing in May, which is going to be a 2-year course, and it will have 30 places, and it's specifically for international students. So would really welcome some applications from Thai students who maybe work in care or nursing at the moment, who want to be qualified as a nurse and get experience working within the National Health Service in the UK. So our tuition fees, we're actually very competitive for London universities. So our undergraduate programs, 13,250, our MBA, 15,000. Our intakes are usually September. The courses begin in October, so we try to encourage students to arrive in the middle of September so that they can take an induction and prepare themselves to begin their course in October. We also have an intake in January. And for students who need extra support, we have a pre-master's program, which we call Enhance Extended. And so it can be a 15-month or an 18-month master's program with slightly different start dates. So here's some examples of some of the new courses that we've had available. If you look at the one at the top, the MSc in Artificial Intelligence, this is an area that we're pretty strong on, and we've seen increased interest, and as there are not many institutions offering this subject at the moment. And just moving on, these are some examples of the extended master's course. So if you were to join us in, say, February, you could start one of these courses and feed into the main master's program, which commences in September. So how do you apply? I mean, we welcome direct applications to the university, and we welcome applications via SI UK. We strongly encourage you to work with SI UK, really because it's quite complicated to study in the UK, and you need to make sure that you have all the application documents to ensure that you get your visa successfully. And it's really helpful to have our partner, our trusted partner on the ground, SI UK, to support you. So please work with the team there, and they can advise you of what is required. To give you some insights of what's needed for undergraduates, we're really looking for a personal statement of why you want to study the subject. We need to see good grades. We need to see a minimum IELTS level of 5.5. It really depends on the subject that you're studying to meet those entry requirements. And then for postgraduate, which is possibly the most popular route for Thai students, we're looking for a degree with a GPA of 2.50 or 4 or above. If you've got an HND, a higher national diploma, we don't accept this for entry to postgraduate courses, for master's courses. English, we're looking for IELTS 6.0 or higher, depending on the course. So, for example, that nursing, MSc in nursing that I mentioned, that will be IELTS 7, so it's pretty high standard. Evidence of English, please refer to the 𝐓𝐢𝐕 recommended official CELT courses. So ideally we're looking for IELTS or Pearson. I'm sure SI UK can advise you on that. The other important thing is to ensure that you look at any gaps that you've got in your studies. We need to have evidence of what you've been doing with your time. If you've been in the workplace for a few years, this will make application for visa a lot more transparent and straightforward. Visa compliance is really, really important. We take this very, very seriously, and we scrutinize every qualification that you present to us, and we need to see the funds. We need to know where the money is coming from, how you can afford this. Is it you taking out a loan, or is your parents saved up for it, or have you saved up for this study opportunity yourself? You need to demonstrate all of this, and SI UK can help you. We can advise you as well, but it's really, really crucial. You also need to consider, if you're coming to the UK with other family members, a spouse or children, you need to have a plan in place for dependents to ensure that your visa application is successful. When you come to the UK while you're studying with us, you're allowed to work for 20 hours per week during term time, and outside of term time, you're allowed to work full time. So it's a great way to earn some money, but importantly, gain some work experience in the UK. And as I previously mentioned, the graduate route, where you've got 2 years after you graduate to gain some additional experience. And when you have applied and met all of our entry requirements, one of the things we do pre-CAS stage, before we issue the CAS for the visa, we'll do an interview with you, ask you questions about your motivations for studying with us, zone in on like particular modules within the course and how they link to what you're interested in and what you want to do in the future. And it's a kind of mock UK VI interview, just in case they pick on you and interview you to check on your credibility of your application. It's nothing to worry about. We don't coach you during the interview. We will give you feedback at the end, but it's quite an important stage in the application process. Really, that's mostly of what I wanted to cover today. I don't want to go into too much, but I would like to just show you a quick video. It's about 3 minutes, which gives you a tour of the campus. And when I've finished the video, I'm happy to open the floor to any questions that you might have. So here we go.
Welcome to the University of West London. My name is Nicole, and I'm going to give you a quick tour around the 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞 campus, so you can get a better understanding why people like me love UWL. The 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞 campus is really well connected, and is only 20 minutes from central London, but it's also a wonderful, leafy, green community, so you get all the benefits that London has to offer, whilst also enjoying the many open spaces in the area. Here at UWL, we think the support you need in order to succeed is so important, and that's why we make it the first thing you see when you set foot on campus. Here you can access loads of support and advice on things like housing, finance, health, and your own well-being. You might never need help, but it's always good to know that it's there. But our support is not just for when you need help, it's for making the most of your time at university, so you can meet your full potential. Our study support team is here to help you work smarter, not just harder. They offer masterclass workshops, so you can build the skills to excel in your studies. And there's a reason why we're known as the Career University. We support our students in finding paid work and getting relevant work experience. Long before you graduate, our careers team will support you in preparing for the world of work and a rewarding and successful career. This is the Heart Space, the main hub of our 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞 campus. Here you can meet friends, attend events, and bump into people you know. It was created as a part of our £150 million transformation of the campus that has created an inspiring social and learning environment for students. Above me is the library named after Paul Hamlin, who believed that everyone should be given the support they need in order to reach their full potential. And that sums up what UWL is all about. The library is not just a part of our campus where a wide variety of books and other learning materials are. It's also an amazing learning space with access to hundreds of computers. Each floor is set up differently, so you can study in a way that suits you. So you can choose from collaborative study, quiet study, or silent study. The library is open 24 hours, 7 days a week during term time. And the library staff are incredibly knowledgeable and are always there to help you. The main teaching area is located just off the Heart Space. Across the campus, there's a whole variety of lecture theatres, seminar rooms, and specialist facilities to help you gain the skills employees need. Down the corridor, you can find our £250,000 flight simulator. That's so good, British Airways use it. Upstairs, you can find our new biomedical labs, green screen rooms, and music production suites. In fact, the whole campus is jam-packed full of amazing facilities, like our professional radio studios, mock courtroom, and hospital simulation centre. Whatever you're planning to study, there are facilities to help you build your skills for a future career. At UWL, the students really do come first. The university takes pride in listening and responding to what students have to say. That's why UWL was voted University of the Year for Student Experience. The Student Union plays a big part in that. They help to create a sense of community, enabling students to socialise both within their course and across the university. With nearly 50 clubs and societies, you're bound to meet people with similar interests as you. And if you're into sports and keeping fit, our brand new on-campus sports centre includes 2 gyms, 2 large fitness studios, and spacious changing facilities. Many of our sports teams even have access to professional quality facilities. And our partnership with Premier League club Brentford FC provides an exciting connection to elite level sport. I hope you enjoyed that quick tour of UWL at our 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞 campus. If there's
Okay, thank you for that. I hope that gives you a better insight. Over to you, really. York, if you have any questions or any of the wonderful people online, do please speak now.
Thank you, Nick. น้องๆ ครับ มี น้องๆคนไหนมีคำถามใดๆไหมเอ่ยสามารถถามมาหาพี่หยกก็ได้หรือว่าพิมพ์เป็นเมสเสจมาหาพี่ก็ได้นะเดี๋ยวพี่ถามเจ้าหน้าที่ให้นะ
Just while we're waiting to see if any questions come in, York, I don't know if we could put the students actually on the spot, and I think it's Kunsin and Kunpong on Takit. Forgive my pronunciation. I just wonder if we could ask them actually what kind of subjects they're looking to study. Actually, that would be wonderful if they would be so kind as to share. That might help kick off the conversation.
Sorry, David, were you talking to me?
No, I was just asking. I just wanted to that was at York. So if we could ask them in Thai York, the
Sure.
students,
Yes,
what
yes.
kind of subjects they might be interested in.
Sure.
I mean, guys, if you, I just thought it might be easier if we relay that information in Thai as well.
I think he's gone.
Oh no, we scared them away. Sorry, David. Usually I thought if we kind of, because there's just two of them, it would be good to get an idea of what kind of subject they might be looking to study.
Yeah.
โอเคโอเคน้องนันทศักดิ์มีคำถามอะไรเพิ่มเติมไหมครับเจ้าหน้าที่เดี๋ยวจะได้ให้เจ้าหน้าที่เขาตอบคำถามเรานะหรือถ้าเกิดว่าเราไม่สะดวกเปิดไมค์ถามพิมพ์ข้อความมาหาพี่หยกก็ได้ครับเดี๋ยวพี่หยกถามเจ้าหน้าที่เขาให้
I did also, Nick, have a question for you.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sure.
just while we're waiting, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to know typically what kind of subjects students are looking at when they do come from Southeast Asia and they come from Thailand. Have you got any students that, sorry, have you got any specific courses that are particularly popular?
Yeah, it's really interesting because I'm quite surprised actually that we don't have more students from Thailand. The ones that we've had, it's literally a handful, and they've generally come for like business related courses, things like digital marketing or MBA or just sort of general business like finance and accounting. From within the region, we do attract quite a few students from Malaysia. And again, it's all business related.
Right.
It tends to be. But we're thinking because of like post-COVID, tourism coming back, we see Southeast Asia as a good market for hospitality management, like, events management type courses.
Yeah.
We've certainly had that interest in that from Malaysia. But we've not really been that proactive in Thailand. So it's a golden opportunity, really.
Yeah. I just wonder if you could kind of expand on what you touched on earlier regarding being kind of the working university or the kind of practical university, especially with the post-study work opportunity coming in, or having been around now for a year.
Yeah.
And it looked quite promising. I mean, I think Kunsin's still here. What looked very interesting is the kind of initial stats for the post-study work visa. That does seem to be a real opportunity to get full-time employment for those business courses. I just wondered if there's anything specific you wanted to highlight at the university that you guys are doing, maybe with the careers guidance or placements, anything like that.
Yeah. So I haven't really got any like tangible examples of a Thai student progressing to a job, unfortunately, but it's something we're going to work on. But
yeah, of course.
I would say that we have student ambassadors that we involve within the team at University of West London. And we help them get experience if they've been awarded a scholarship. So we work very closely with them and give them that extra support trying to find job placements or opportunities. I think I would say that the reality of most universities, and particularly ours, a lot of the academic staff, that they're kind of part-time really, and they've got their own projects. They're working in industry themselves, so they have that direct link. So if they spot a student with a particular niche or skill set that they feel that they can place them, then they've got the network to introduce them. But as I mentioned, it's the enterprise hub really. It is at the heart of the business community in Ealing and that part of London. Because of the M4 corridor, connecting like Reading up to Birmingham. There's a lot of IT companies, a lot of SMEs, as well as the major, corporate names as well located there. So it's London. So there are so many job opportunities. And it's a struggle to find people, to be honest with you. A lot of recruitment. We've got recruitment issues ourselves at the university. There are so many jobs that we can't fill because of the supply and demand.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. Hello, Nick.
Hello.
A student left me a message about, do you have any discount or some scholarship to providing for him for
yes we do. Yeah, so we do have a scholarship scheme, and it's open for both intakes in like September and in the new year for January. And so we have a page on our website for it. So you have to apply, you have to do like a support statement of why you deserve the scholarship. It's not an academic scholarship, although we certainly look at academic ability and achievements, but we're really looking for sort of standout sort of characters who are very driven and motivated towards a particular career goal. And we're looking at students from maybe countries that are underrepresented in our student body. So at the moment, we don't have any Thai students. So, we've only got like a handful. So we would definitely look at a Thai student for scholarships. The scholarships are awarded up to £5,000. So generally for the last intake, we awarded, I believe, 4 at 5,000. There was several at 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. And so there are quite a lot that get the 1,000 level. And that is just really to help them with their flight or basic expenses. So we are reviewing the scholarship scheme all the time. So it may change, but there's certainly opportunities. We have a board of people a panel of people who look at each application, and we filter through them all and pick out the best ones. But generally, we're looking at the personal statement, how well it's written, how motivated the student is, and what their background is. Really, we want to help people who want to come to the UK, and it's a big step for them. So it's available to those who deserve it.
Okay, and another question is, do you have any criteria for application, like minimum GPA?
Yeah, so
for Thai student.
Yeah, so I believe I mentioned that in my presentation. For Thailand, really, we're looking for postgraduate. We're looking for a GPA of 2.50.
Okay.
Like 4 or above. If a student has got a degree with the equivalent of a 2.2, that's fine. 2.2 and above is fine. But if they've got a third, then we would generally encourage them to do like an extended program, like more of a pre-masters program, to ensure that they're competent enough to start a master's program. But yeah, we're looking for good grades. I mean, overall, it really depends on the course that they're taking. Some entry requirements are higher than others. With English, it's generally 5.5 IELTS for undergraduate and 6 or 6.5 for postgraduate, depending on the subject.
Okay. For students who graduated in English program or international program, can you waive the IELTS for them or not?
Sorry, can you just say that one more time?
I mean, if a student who graduated in English program from Thailand, like Jula or Thammasat.
Yes.
Can you waive the IELTS for them?
No. We can only waive it if they've studied in a UK English-speaking country university previously to joining us. It's not so much our rules. It's just really UK VI. Making sure that we don't compromise our license for the visa. So
okay.
We don't want someone coming here who's whose level of English isn't high enough for the course. It just creates problems, and it's unfair on the student, and it's unfair on the other students. So we have to make sure that they meet the entry requirements.
Okay. Thank you. น้องอนันตศักดิ์มีคำถามเพิ่มเติมไหมครับ Okay. He sent me a message. There's no question to you.
Okay. No, one thing I would like to say is to any student from Thailand that are planning to come to the UK to study next year, I would advise you to apply as early as you can. The reason is since COVID, most universities have seen a massive increase in the number of applications. So the application process has been really slow. And if you want an offer as soon as possible, then apply as soon as possible. The other issue regarding this is the availability of flights. So we've had students who've applied quite late, they've got their visa successfully, they want to come this September, and then they go to book their flight and they go, oh my God, the cheapest flight from India to the UK is now like £1,200. And I'm sure it's the same in Thailand. If you want to come from Bangkok to London, unless you want to stop at like 4 different airports along the way, you know, it's very, very expensive. So you don't want to be in that situation. So apply early, get your visa early, and make sure that you make your travel arrangements early because you'll save a lot of money and a lot of stress.
Okay. So thank you for today, Nick.
Okay, my pleasure. Yes.
I think there's no question from student. So thank you for today.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. If anybody would like to, please share my contact details. If anybody has any interest in speaking more, then I'm happy to arrange a chat with myself or an academic team leader.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thanks very much, York. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.